This is part 4, Leaning into the Divine. Our first module, The Mystery at the Heart of Life, and Seeking a Spiritual Home. Perhaps more than anything else in this course, this section contains my thoughts based on my own experience of the great mystery at the heart of life. It's impossible to put the ineffable into words, of course, yet because my relationship with the divine has been pivotal to all my other relationships, I include it here. Since it is just my voice being spoken, this may not seem like a conversation, yet I truly hope that it will be. I know that as I listen to others or read what they say, my heart is touched and opens further. My understanding expands, and my life is richer because of it. Thank you for engaging in a dialogue with what is written here. I believe we share one divine essence and one vital force. As we explore the many ways we're connected with the source of our being, with ourselves, with one another, and with the universe in which we live, we glimpse that connectedness. This course touches all of our relationships, our relationship with ourselves and our dreams, our Creator, the earth, our partners, family, and friends. I believe every meeting is a divine appointment, that our relationships are blessed by the divine. We can only walk on the path we can see, and because we can only live in the present, all we can see is where our next foot is going to fall. All we can take at any one time is the next small step toward living in truth. We obviously care about ourselves and our relationship with our beloved, with others we share the planet with and the planet itself. Otherwise, we surely would not be taking this course. This section invites us to continue to persevere on this amazing journey into love. Life is an adventure lived one day at a time. I believe staying in fit spiritual condition is as important as caring for our bodies, minds, hearts, and all of our other relationships. Experience is shot through with opposites. This is the nature of life. Life flows on a continuum from manifest to unmanifest to manifest, open to closed to open, light to dark to light, summer to winter to summer again. At the same time, we can say there is no flow, that everything is a seamless whole. All there is one stuff. Yet when we look from a slightly different angle, there appear to be myriad expressions of that one stuff. When you look at a tree, it is obvious that it has many different parts: bark, trunk, branches, leaves, flowers, fruit. Yet it is that which flows through the vascular system of the tree, which we could call sap, that differentiates into and gives rise to all parts of the tree. In its essence, then, a tree is one thing: sap. As I see it, so it is with all expressions in life. Just realizing this leads us to the deep mystery which we may call the divine. The world appears to be filled with a multitudinous variety of things: plants, animals, rocks, everything humans have made from the raw stuff of nature, plus air, water, fire, earth, space. Aren't these essentially different? What if all is one? Then we can see the earth as Gaia, a living, breathing organism of which all the manifestations are cells. All function together to create the life of the earth. Here is the ultimate example of the coexistence of opposites. On one hand, the divine expresses itself in and through everything that exists. On the other, the divine is all there is, like the sap, which is all that exists in the tree. No matter how we lean into it, the mystery at the heart of life remains mystery. I find comfort in living as though there is a divine plan for each of our lives, and everything that happens to us is part of that plan. At the same time, I inevitably find myself interested in the thinking that suggests we create our reality by what we hold in our minds. If this is so, we can choose to hold bright thoughts and thereby enhance our experience of life. Life is full of secrets whispering to us from everywhere, and especially from within ourselves. Living with the mystery is this dance called life. Opposites, the mystery. How do we live with apparent discrepancies? We take our time. When we face the mystery, it takes time to settle in and for us to recognize its place in us. We cannot know anything for sure, yet we can trust that the way we've been thinking has been right for us until now. At the same time, we stay open and interested in what we may see or hear that will expand our perspective. It is human nature to try to understand life. The question, what's it all about, is unfathomable, yet we ask, what's it all about? Whether we are creators of our reality or whether we are the stuff through which the source of all that exists manifests itself, all is well. We can accept life and its mysteries, love it as it is with assurance in its rightness. Our only choice, really, let it be. What is God? Humans apprehend life, and invariably in whatever time or cultural setting, they sense a mystery at the heart of life. They come up against what an anonymous 14th century English mystic called the cloud of unknowing. When we humans try to comprehend the incomprehensible, religions are born. The word religion comes from the Greek, re-ligera, to bind back. The purpose of religion is to bind us back to our source. There are many names for that source and many descriptions. One Native American tribe calls it Wakantanka, which simply means great mystery. The Hindu panoply of gods has many names for different aspects and manifestations of the mystery. Brahma, the creator; Vishnu, the maintainer; Shiva, the destroyer. There are just as many for the feminine face of God. Saraswati, goddess of art and learning; Lakshmi, goddess of love, prosperity, and beauty; Shakti, the primordial cosmic energy. There are 99 names for Allah in Islam, each one representing a quality of God, including Ar-Rahim, the merciful, and Ar-Rahman, the compassionate. C.S. Lewis, who wrote among many other books the Narnia series, describes God as a terrible good. The poet Gerard Manley Hopkins had his way of speaking about that ineffable presence. There lives the dearest freshness deep down things. Each of us, no matter our religious upbringing or none, understands the great mystery in our own unique way. We hear the words and assign meaning through our own individual light. This is as it must be. Mystery remains mystery. This is also as it must be. The mind is limited, but there is a certain deep knowing possible only to the heart. We tiptoe up to the mystery, lean in and open our hearts to it. May we practice being quiet and leaning in. Truth speaks into the din of the world from peoples everywhere. I think of Big T truth as a gem with many facets. People throughout time have walked up to the gem and looked in the facet that is nearest to their eyes. They look in and they see what they see, and they describe truth as they see it. That is how religions have been born. Truth is universal. Perception is individual. Each of us seeks a spiritual home in our own way. When I think of that presence at the heart of life, which, as we know, people call by many names, I feel comforted and feel at home with the thought that love and kindness reside at the core of life. Each of us finds our way. It is natural for us to walk down the road of the religious or spiritual tradition of our family and culture. It is also natural for us to question and seek spiritual sustenance until we find a place of comfort and solace for ourselves. There's no hurry to find a spiritual home, and searching for it is an integral part of being human. We consider the spiritual tradition of our families in the light of our own heart. If the family tradition doesn't feel right to us anymore, it doesn't mean spirituality is lacking. I believe to live a rich, satisfying life, we will seek to discover our relationship to the great mystery at the heart of life until we find our own unique bond with that mystery. If we are at home in the tradition of our family, we will claim it anew for ourselves. If we don't resonate, we will find our way to a spiritual home. There are as many paths home as there are people walking. We can trust we will find the name and relationship to the mystery that belong to us. We may explore the writings of the sages of history, the thoughts of wise people in our own time, the perceptions of our friends. We weigh all we know against our own hearts. We have to see what feels right to us. Grace is pouring on each of us right now. Our hearts beat, birds sing for us, flowers bloom by our paths. We can stop, rest, receive the great good gifts that have been prepared for us. In the next module, we'll look further into our relationship with the mystery at the heart of life.